Welcome again to Legal Talk here on eRadio with Hahn Hahn Attorneys. We're joined by Boithumelo from the firm today to talk about the POPI Act, or POPI, as it is also known, POPIA. Boithumelo, once again, welcome back to Legal Talk. Hope you're well.
I'm well. Thank you so much, Ian. How are you?
Great, thank you. No complaints. It's a short week, so we say thank you. Especially thank you to the ladies.
Yeah.
So, Boithumelo, what on earth is the purpose of this POPI Act?
Oh, the purpose of this act is basically to regulate the processing of personal information. So it is aimed to encourage the flow of information in a secure and responsible manner. So this POPI Act was promulgated to ensure that organizations that hold and process personal information, they do so carefully with respect and also for the rights and interests of people to whom it pertains.
Okay, so what are the common examples of being in breach of the POPI Act?
The common examples would be loss of personal information due to inadequate security measures, collection of personal information without obtaining the necessary consent, sending personal information to people who are not supposed to have it, and also processing special personal information without there being a necessity.
And Boithumelo, how does one go about obtaining consent?
The person must have a choice whether to consent or not. So that consent must be voluntary, that's number one. And number two, the consent must relate to a specific purpose, and you must provide that specific reason for that purpose. And also you must inform that person sufficiently to enable them to decide whether to give you the personal information or not. And that person must do so in his own free will.
Okay, and for business owners, how does one become compliant with the POPI Act?
Okay, the POPI Act shows a clear cut on that compliance. So you would need to appoint an information officer, draft a privacy policy, raise awareness amongst employees, amend contracts with the operators, report data breaches to the regulator and affected data subjects when they occur. And the last one would be to share personal information in terms of the law as it outlined in the POPI.
Okay, and my final question for you today. In the event of breach or non-compliance, what are the consequences?
The consequences for breach of POPI would include 10 million in fines per offense or up to 10 years in prison per offense.
How?
And this is very, very important for business owners to remain aware of how these judgments could impact them. So there was a recent case in 2021, if I recall correctly, it was on the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development. So there was a data breach in its IT environment, and then an investigation took place, and then it revealed that that department failed to implement adequate security measures to monitor and detect unauthorized access of data from their systems. So with that being case, they did the investigation, and the court ordered that the department must pay 5 million rands for failing to comply with the enforcement notice. So this could really show and highlight that compliance is very, very important, and such non-compliance is not taken very lightly.
No, clearly not. And I must say, up until today, I never knew that the fines and the consequences would be so hectic for this. They obviously take it very, very seriously. I'm glad you shed some light on that today, Boithumelo. Thank you so much. It was nice to talk to you again.
Okay, thank you so much, Ian.
Yeah, thank you. Chat to you again soon. That's Boithumelo Mokone from Hahn Hahn Attorneys for this week's Legal Talk.
Are you or your business in trouble and struggling to find a solution? Call Hahn Hahn Attorneys as we assist clients in finding solutions. We specialize in consumer and food law, commercial and construction law, forensic investigations and administrative law. Visit hahnlaw.co.za. That's HAHN. We assist clients nationwide. Hahn Hahn Attorneys, because we care. Don't miss Legal Talk with Hahn Hahn Attorneys, Wednesday mornings at 10 on eRadio.